In this episode of NCAP TV, I want to talk about your number one asset, your employees. Stick around to find out how they truly are gold. Today I want to talk to you about something that can make your business incredibly profitable, can actually bring you gold. What I'm talking about are your employees. But before I get started, I want to step you back and tell you a story about my business. Way back in the early years, I realized that I needed to hire some employees. In other words, I was a one-man band, I was doing everything myself, and there was a limit to how much I could achieve, how much I could do as a single owner-operator. At that point, I had also learned in business that buying better quality stuff helped me to produce a better job. In other words, if I used good chemicals, if I used good equipment, my job went easier, it was more profitable, I could deliver better results for my customer. I had already learned that the investment that I made in equipment and chemicals gave me a great return on that investment. If I went cheap, I ended up not as profitable and not as successful as if I bought quality stuff. Now, I decided to apply the same rule for the next commodity that I needed for my business, employees. I thought to myself, well, why not apply the golden rule? We're talking about employees being gold. Well, let's apply the golden rule. In other words, treat others as you'd want them to treat you. Pay them well, treat them well, treat them like the number one asset that they are, because frankly, employees have much greater ability to bring a profit to me than my equipment or my chemicals. They are something very special. They're humans, they're people, and I want to take good care of them. Now let's just kind of run the numbers a little bit to show you how to work with employees profitably, paying them, and also what you can expect to yield. Now we know that encapsulation cleaning using a Cymex or a good orbital machine like the TOPS Phoenix, you're going to be between 2,000 to 3,000 square feet per hour consistently with that machine. 2,000 to 3,000 is a normal range. Sometimes you can exceed that, but that's the general rule. So if we split that right down the middle, 2,500 square feet an hour, that's a great midline average, what we can expect when we're doing encapsulation cleaning. Now, if you're cleaning at a rate of just 20 cents a square foot, which is today, in today's money, that's pretty cheap. That's a very good price. So 2,500 square feet per hour is $500 per hour. Now, can you afford to take good care of your employees when you're generating $500 per hour? Of course you can. But let's kind of break it down. I always paid my employees between 1.5 to 2 cents per square foot for carpets. Now, at 2,500 square feet per hour, that's $30 an hour, up to $50 an hour. At 2 cents a square foot, that'd be $50 an hour. Now you can hire some pretty good employees in the $30 to $50 per hour range. I always preferred to pay by the square foot, and I would also throw them some other incentives. For example, some driving time money and some other additions. If something took an extra long time, obviously I'm going to take care of them because they're my number one asset. So let's crunch the numbers on this. As I mentioned a moment ago, 2,500 square feet per hour at 20 cents a square foot will yield you $500 per hour. So that's the baseline. You're going to be making $500 an hour doing NCAP cleaning at 20 cents a foot. Now let's put that into a job. Let's say we're doing a 10,000 square foot job. If you send in one person to do a 10,000 square foot job at 2,500 square feet per hour, it's going to take 4 hours. And at 2 cents a foot, you're going to pay them $200. They yielded $50 an hour. If you send in 2 people though, if you send in 2 people to that job, you're not going to do it in 2 hours. It never quite works that way. It'll be more like 2.5 hours realistically, just being realistic. So your 2 people are going to make $100 each. You're going to pay a total of $200. Now because we're paying on square feet, if you send in 3 people, it's going to take them 1.5 hours. Each of them would get $67 each. Based at the same rate, at the number of square feet that they're cleaning, they're going to make $67 each. It works out to $201. You see the difference here. One person, you're going to pay $200. 2 people, you're going to pay $200. 3 people, you're going to pay $201. In other words, you're paying the same amount of money. But what's changed here is you went from 4 hours to 2.5 hours to 1.5 hours. So adding employees on a large job makes sense because you can knock out larger quantities of square feet and it's not going to cost you any additional revenue. It's amazing, isn't it? You're going to make more money because you're going to clean more carpet, you're going to use more people and have a more comfortable time cleaning a large building with more people than trying to kill somebody and losing their productivity because you're pushing them too hard. And in the end, you're realistically going to make right about the same number. You're going to be paying out the same amount of payroll. So it's interesting how that works. But again, to step it back to where we started, treat your employees like the quality investment that they are. Invest in your employees, take care of your employees, and they will produce gold for your company. I hope this has helped you to see the value of employees and what they can bring and as far as profit to your business. Please put this into practice. It will certainly help you max your end cap and become more profitable in your business. If you have any questions, reach out to us or put your comments in the section below. Thank you for watching this episode. If you would give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and until next time, thanks for watching NCAP TV.